Alright, I wanted to do a quick follow-up to the first video, the texture video I did with the kids brush. This is also another brush that you can get. It's pretty inexpensive. You can see it's like a rake. It's by Royal Aquilon Wisp is what it's called. I wanted to do this video real quick because instead of taping or masking it off with Frisket, I masked this off with liquid Frisket. You can see the different tone right there. And I'm going to use a different brush. This is just shadow on the railroad tracks, so a little bit different texture maybe than on the helicopter. So we'll see what happens. And I just use Post-its too. You can mask off things with anything really. We'll see what this gives us. I don't know. Sorry about the white balance if it gets a little weird. And again, you want to stay within that perspective. This is just a more organic way of drawing those lines in. When you use your textures, you want to be mindful of like not having the same textures right next to each other, which is why I wanted to do different than this one. It's got more of a wider gap to it. And I can go back in and so I get what sort of the tone I want. It's working. Still falling back in perspective. Let's see what happens. Let's see if the Frisket kind of held up or if it thinned out too much. You can either use your finger or I used a kneaded eraser. Yeah, it held up. Okay. So you can basically paint with that Frisket. You can ink with it with a nib. And you see, I actually even went over some of the lines that I had already inked with it, and it didn't bleed anything. So we still got some over there, but I just wanted to show you that. You can see how clean that is. I mean, it will take up some of your blue line a little bit because it's going wet on that printer ink, but it's not. You can still see it. It's not gonna. It's like a slight discoloration to the blue. Gives it a little bit of a yellower tint, but it doesn't ruin the art at all. It's all safe. It's a water-based medium, so it's all good. And you got the two textures. You see the two differences. And see, these are all, you don't want them all the same. Alright, cool. I'll try to find something else to noodle with.